beautiful women of the world. I'm so happy to join you and be with you today. And I'm glad you are here as well. I am excited to talk about this week's topic, which is something really very simple. Things that make you say, the things that touch your soul in a way that make you take a deep breath, close your eyes, and feel the moment, the pleasure, and the beauty, the peace, etc. I was traveling this weekend. I just was admiring what was around me, taking the time to notice all the beautiful things. I was just up in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and we were surrounded by snow-capped mountains, and it was just spectacular. And the beauty of all the things just around us, the hills, the mountains, the soil, the colors, everything, and the beauty made me gasp and just made me say, And so then I thought, we're always surrounded by such beauty, and oftentimes we don't even notice or just don't have the time to stop and look and pay attention and appreciate it, and how precious it is to experience it, to take it all in, to give it some thought or love for having the opportunity to experience something that magical. Show us how much emphasis we may be putting on things that are less important than what our spiritual nature needs, things that feed the soul, like just having a cup of coffee that makes you feel like something special touched your soul. And sometimes, we think it takes money to have that moment, but you do not have to have money to be exposed to it, because it's available to all of us. Those things that we call the equalizers. It doesn't matter how much money you have or don't have, you're still under the sun or the moon and the stars equally. Now, the universe endows us with such beauty all around us all year long. If you are fortunate, you experience 4 seasons. And as you know, we are in spring right now, so everything is beginning to bloom again. And the question I have for you is, when did you stop to possibly take a nap under a tree? Feel the gentle breeze on your face. Walk barefoot on the grass. Put your feet into water, or step into the ocean if you have it available to you, and just feel the wet sand under your feet. Some folks might say or ask, who has the time? And I would say, make the time. Because every moment we're missing, noticing, being present with these universal gifts is the very time we become disconnected with our own essence as spiritual beings, our own abilities to center ourselves to bring balance to our experiences. On our drive to Taos, for example, I felt everything around me was not only magical, but made me appreciate nature in more ways than one. As I was taking pictures with my phone, and I suddenly saw this beautiful blue hues of light blending in the clouds. That was just spectacular. I snapped a pic or two, but they don't do justice to the real thing. I know we are creatures of habit, and we tend to stick to the norms we have created that keep us bound to our jobs, to our family routines, which may be or is stale. I challenge you to look at what's going on in your world and ask how long you've been following the same rules, protocols to live a certain way. What if you rattled the cage a little bit? I'm very good at that. Release the latch on the door. Where might that take you? You know the saying, you cannot discover new oceans unless you lose sight of the shore. Step out under the blue sky and appreciate the vastness. who you are being under the stars. You never know. You might see a rainbow that is especially meant for you to see. You might hear an answer to some of your questions. Best of all, begin noticing and noting down all the moments you come across that you say to, realizing that there's no amount of money that can buy the natural beauty that is around us, or the simple things. Remember, that's our theme for this year. Some of you may say that you don't have the resources to travel, and I understand. You may be able to observe these beautiful things on your way to the next town over. With technological advances these days, and due to COVID lockdowns, there are images and tours available to view right from your living room. Our sojourn here is short, and it'd be a shame to leave this beautiful world and place we all belong to without experiences of this our moments. I always say that to be a woman of power and grace, it is important to recognize that you are the daughter of the Most High One. And there's absolutely nothing denied you if you take the time to make the connection. And what is even more gratifying is your uniqueness, beauty, and sensibilities are the very things God uses to experience this life through your eyes. Make it count. Many, many, many blessings to you. And see how many hours and hour moments you get in this week. Be a woman of power and grace. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Many blessings.